going to compare Ratatouille to Zootopia. Ratatouille is from Pixar, Zootopia is from Disney Animation. I'm a big fan of both of these movies. I like with Zootopia, you have this city full of animals, animals of all different sizes, too. So you have mice and also lions. That's pretty interesting, seeing how there's all these different habitats for different animals so that all these different species can have a place where they're able to live in. And we see how there's like different transportation systems for different kinds of animals. We see how the city accommodates all these different creatures. I like the central dynamic between Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde. It's pretty fun. You see their different personalities where Judy is very bright, optimistic, perky, upbeat, whereas Nick has this jaded, cynical, sarcastic, snarky attitude. They bounce off each other really well. I like that when we learn Nick's backstory, it's like, oh, I get why Nick has a jaded, cynical attitude because he, from a young age, got this lesson that, hey, you're a fox. You can only be untrustworthy, shifty, sneaky. So you know what? I'm just going to embrace the stereotype. I'm just going to be a con artist. I'm going to be the shifty, sneaky animal that everyone else thinks a fox has to be. But then Judy is telling him, wait, no, Nick, you can be more than that. I like that by the end, Nick actually is a police officer. And I like the reveal about who the real villain is in the third act. I like how Zootopia manages to have these allegorical elements in there, about racism, discrimination, prejudice, all that kind of stuff. Put it in an animated movie that works really well. And I like how Zootopia takes this formula that's been used in buddy comedies before and applies it to Disney animation. I think that works really well. When it comes to Ratatouille, one of my favorite things about this movie is that it actually works. When you hear what the premise is, it sounds pretty silly, to be honest, like something that should be just too ridiculous. I mean, imagine trying to describe this movie to someone. They're like, hey, what's Ratatouille about? And you're like, well, it's about a rat who moves to Paris, who's guided by a ghost, and who controls a man via his hair in order to teach him how to be a chef. It's like, that's an insane premise, but it actually works incredibly well. You have characters that are engaging, a story that's compelling. I mean, the animation in Ratatouille holds up very well. I like how with Anton Ego, by the end, he's actually impressed by Linguini, actually likes this peasant dish, ratatouille, that he didn't think he would like at first. And then we see at the end that even though he lost his job as a critic and his credibility, he's actually a lot happier than he was previously. He actually enjoys going to this place where Linguini is to get meals. And then I like how you have growth for Remy and his dad, where Remy actually by the end understands where his dad's coming from, and Remy's dad understands where Remy is coming from. At first, the two of them don't really like each other, but then you see them understand each other's perspectives. So by the end, they're getting along a lot better. I like how if the character Chef Skinner, yeah, he's antagonistic, but honestly, you can also get where he's coming from. Hey, this guy is actually a good chef. Is he always a pleasant person? No, but it's understandable that he would be like, what? No, no, no. We cannot have a rat in our kitchen because obviously if we have a rat in our kitchen, the health department's going to shut us down because then our kitchen is unsanitary. It's like, well, yeah, that makes sense because rats carry diseases. It's like he's not just an evil villain. There's more to him than that. You can understand why he'd be like, wait a minute, this garbage boy is suddenly so talented? What the heck? Where's that coming from? And heck, you see in the movie that Chef Skinner even gives Linguini a chance, actually. Yeah, I like Oh, the music in Ratatouille is very good. The music in Zootopia is good as well, and I like that one song, Try Everything. When it comes to which movie I like more, I think I would personally say I prefer Ratatouille, to be honest, because it has a premise that sounds ridiculous, like the movie shouldn't work, and it does actually work really well. I think it's one of the strongest Pixar movies. I'm a big fan of Zootopia as well. I'm very happy we're getting a sequel to it because I think there is more you can explore there. I want to spend more time with those characters, but I like Ratatouille better. They'll wrap things up for this one.